Ever since Jio made the internet in India dirt cheap, the data we spend now in a day previously used to last a whole month. Gone are the saving days when you only turn the data on to check your crush's message on Facebook on the shitty browser and then quickly turn it off. Internet has become the last bench of a class. All sorts of weird things happen here. Be it this, or I don't know why, but this. Half of our country has access to the internet, which is more than the population of a country that gave you Green Day and KFC. USA bitches. Look, we know the kind of power you guys feel after the boom of social media and internet. But with great power comes the misuse. And the Duryodhan of the internet is cyberbullying. We all condemn it any chance we get, but we subliminally promote it too by becoming cyber police anytime a mishap happens, or by supporting a particular content creator, influencer, or expressing extreme hatred towards someone or something even before all the facts are out. Yo, I can quote examples if you want. Remember Sarvjit Singh? Of course you don't. Let me show you a photo, that'll help. This guy was accused by a girl named Jasleen Kaur in 2015 that he abused, misbehaved and harassed her on a public signal. She went ahead and posted a picture of his on Facebook detailing the whole incident and saying that she filed an FIR. What happened next? The internet labeled him as Delhi ka darinda, pervert, rapist, molester, and how he's a disgrace to the society. Everybody quickly became keyboard warriors and shamed him publicly as much as they could. Without even hearing the whole side of the story, everybody jumped to conclusion and fucked him up. Delhi CM Kejriwal appreciated the girl for her bravery and encouraged others to do the same. Delhi Police Commissioner went ahead and rewarded her with 5k. Sarvjit even commented his side of the story, but how can the warriors riding high on their 1D horses hear them? There was an eyewitness who also confirmed that Sarvjit's side of the story is true. But nobody gave a shit. Result? He was literally screwed. He lost many job opportunities because of it. Nobody would hire him, he couldn't travel out of Delhi, he didn't get his passport, his image was tarnished, and not to mention the mental damage and the stigma of being the harasser and having to appear in court for 4 years. While the girl was away in Canada and didn't attend 14 trials, Sarvjit lost 4 precious years of his life because of this. Well, in the end, it was proved that the allegations made by the girl were baseless and false because there were various contradictions and improvements in the versions of the complainant, and hence her statement is not trustworthy. He was acquitted in 2019 after 4 years. Sonakshi Sinha, who initially supported the girl, also apologized for her stance, but none of the media house covered this story as fiercely as they initially did. Here's another one for you. Remember Manas? The 14-year-old who committed suicide because a girl accused that she raped her years ago? One post, just one post of hers without any sort of proof, and everybody started harassing the guy. Social media labeled him a rapist, sex offender. People were threatening him, sending him weird messages and whatnot. See, we don't know whether he was innocent or not. We don't want to get into it. But just because Instagram had become such a courtroom that he became guilty until proved innocent, rather than the opposite, which works in the court of law. Result? He jumped off the 10th floor of his building and committed suicide. How much mental fortitude do you think a 17-year-old kid has? He cannot handle that much harassment. No proof, just one post and we lost a kid. These were a few active and evident cases of cyberbullying. Let me tell you about a few passive cases which are not that prominent. Remember Neha Dhupia got into trouble for justifying on a reality show of how having multiple boyfriends was right. That was a morally wrong statement. But the netizens harassing her daughter, mother, husband, father for that is completely wrong. Remember Karthik Aaryan's video punishing his sister for cooking worse than Gordon Ramsay? Everyone went batshit crazy about it and boom, cyberbullying. See, he showed it to his mother before posting it, and maybe it was just a naive attempt to make something funny. But the way it was blown out of proportion, he had to take it down. Riya Chakrabarti has been recently getting rape and murder threats for the demise of Sushant Singh Rajput. Remember, there is no proof yet and people have already declared her the culprit. Rohan Joshi recently had his number leaked and people started hurling abusive statements, and he had to tweet out saying, "Please stop harassing and leave my family alone." Not just him. Comedians all over India have been getting the same threat. I can toast numerous other examples of such incidents, but I took these examples because these are recent ones and still afresh in your head. Defaming anyone regardless of their gender or what they have allegedly done should not be the practice. We need to stop looking at things only through a keyhole. In the first 2 instances, nobody wasted a moment and started labeling the guys as rapist, pervert, molester, creep, bastard, sex offender, while in the other cases, nobody had the full facts and still jumped to a conclusion and made their life worse. See, you have no fucking right to declare a person as a criminal. That's the job of the police and the court. Are you telling me you're more intelligent than the courtroom of the people paid over there to fight these things? Don't make Instagram and Facebook where decisions are made. Why are we being the judge, jury and the executioner? And why is this happening? Why has this cyberbullying all of a sudden become so common? Let's be practical, okay? Please. The 2 main reasons of cyberbullying are naturalization of violence and abusive content in social media, and second, Anonymity. Let's talk about the second one first. Anonymity removes the human presence which are often part of a communication. You can pretend to be whoever you want and feel safe because nobody is there to judge and catch you. Around 33% of the teens have more than 2 social media accounts in India. Being anonymous is so easy that at one point, Angel Priya also felt real. Abusive content has been normalized so much that it's insane. Bullying people in the name of comedy and roasting is fucking stupid. And I blame the influencers for this. Saying stupid shit without worrying about the consequences is cancer. And if you seriously think that when Carrie Minati roasted TikTok, then my friend, you are part of the problem. YouTubers like Carrie Minati give rise to abusive and shitty TikTokers, or YouTubers like Bada Shubham and Hindustani Bhav, which make everyone believe that it's okay to bully someone because it's roasting, right? They make people believe that you can say anything you want without worrying about the consequences. There is a difference between roasting and bullying. Carrie Minati ran a whole campaign against the TikTokers. How was calling TikTokers chakka not bullying? He just put the whole progress made by the LGBT community in trash with a single statement. Then he addressed TikTokers as Beti for roasting. What did he mean? Did he mean that all TikTok users are girls, which is bad, or that all girls are stupid because they use TikTok? But no, everyone supported his bullying, not roasting. Anyway, this calls for a different video altogether, but all I'm saying is when you have such a huge audience, you should be careful of how you lead them. We want you to have a voice against the wrong in the society, but we really need to think about how that wrong is being voiced. If you think something wrong has happened, you can report it, put it as your story, tweet about it, create a post, let everyone know. You creating awareness is a great job, but you jumping to conclusions and invading the other person's inbox and calling him out all sorts of personal things doesn't make sense. Let the proof come out. I mean, if you have a valid argument, you shouldn't be having problems supporting it with facts. You resorting to rape threats, death threats, bullying them with racist remarks shows that your argument inherently doesn't have any valid points to support it. That's why you're resorting to such comments. According to CRY, 1 in 10 teenagers faces cyberbullying and half of them go unreported. 1 in 4 have seen a morphed image of themselves. Body shaming, racism, sexism, virtual abuse, all of these are part of cyberbullying that can cause a major mental, psychological and emotional breakdown that we really can't imagine until we are the victim. Here, we have a few practical ways out of this. First, we Indians get our own social media app called Aapki Adalat and make Rajat Sharma as the sole owner. Or
stop it.
Stop cyberbullying, stop virtual abuse, sexism, racism, religious bullying, and stop body shaming. Stop calling out someone guilty without facts. Take legal remedies like filing an FIR when a cognizable offense is reported. If the police says no to that, then you can also file a section 156(3) seeking court direction to register. Please prevent social media from becoming a court of gimmicks and nuisance. Be a sensible person, don't be a moron, and for the love of God, don't harass and push people over the edge. You can start off by not watching BTS.